Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
Definitely a different type of game, but we've been in situations before. We talked about these close games, and on the heels of the Cleveland series, we just knew that these types of games were how it's going to be in our division, and these guys played great today.
And you also won another series by winning tonight.
Yeah, another series win. That's what we're trying to do, stack as many of those up as possible. Obviously getting this one was huge.
I think with Jacob getting a walk-off hit there, that means it's 7 different guys that you've had deliver a walk-off hit. Just to have that many different people who can deliver in those kinds of spots, that's special.
Yeah, it's special, and it seems fitting for our group, where we talk about every night that we're getting contributions throughout the lineup. Every guy that steps on the mound, it's coming from everywhere every single night, so it's not surprising to hear that.
What did Jacob show you in that at-bat?
Yeah, great at bat. Obviously, a lot on the line there. A really tough situation. You got the 5-man infield. You got a really good pitcher on the mound. Obviously, a big spot. Everyone going crazy. So it was a big spot for him to come through.
Well, can you talk about Davis today? It seems like he wiggled out a lot of jams also today.
Yeah, we've seen that from Davis. That's why he's been able to be so effective this year. Maybe if he doesn't have his best stuff, he finds his way through these at-bats and these innings where there's some traffic.
With the bunt Braden laid down, were you kind of aware that they might go to third on it? It seemed like Folsom was certainly moving with purpose to get there on the idea that it might be a close play.
You have no idea where they're going to go with that ball. Obviously, depends on where the bunt is. I thought it was a great bunt by Braden and a nice effort by Lynch there, and we're lucky that we were able to have a successful play there.
You ever see what happened to the third baseman on that play?
I have not seen that, but yeah, it's a couple times in the last week where we've seen that. I hope he's all right.
I feel like maybe a week ago we were asking, Grant was coming off a couple struggling outings. I don't know if it was like 17 out of 18 strikes. Just what did he look like to you?
Yeah, that's as good as we've seen Grant, which is saying something because you always feel like he's in a good spot. Maybe the last couple haven't been great, but he's as good as he can be today. I mean, that was really impressive. Everything was in the zone, obviously, with the 17 out of 18 strikes or whatever it was. So it was electric by Durant.
Does that surprise you guys, or you just watch the view of that record?
Yeah, I don't think the clubhouse is very surprised. I think we kind of knew what we had coming into spring, and as we worked together in spring, especially with additions like Mooney and some other guys. I think we were all pretty excited to get out here and play because I think we knew we had a lot to put out.
Would you be surprised if you're sitting in the same spot 81 games from now, or is that too hard to extrapolate that far out?
No, I mean that's my goal. I think that's the goal of the rest of the clubhouse. We want to be playing in October, and we want to play as long as we possibly can. We enjoy playing together. It's a fun clubhouse, so I want to stick with these guys as much as possible.
We were talking probably earlier this week about minute corrections. Do you feel like you felt different today, or just kind of like chalk it up to there's going to be bad outings out of 70 or 75 over the course of the year?
Yeah, I mean I think there's a little bit of both. I think there was maybe some different approach stuff that I needed to work on, getting ahead of guys earlier. In that outing a week ago, I didn't quite do that. Today I was ahead as early, ahead on every guy. So I have a lot more success doing that.
As a starter, you get talked to all the time. Is it weird that as a reliever, especially in the leverage, you get talked to more when things don't go right when you have a day like today?
Yeah, I mean, we like talking. So, we like talking when our good outings too. So come get us.
Can you recall something like 18 out of 19 strikes like you had, or?
I don't know if I've ever done that. Yeah, pretty cool.
Were you aware? I know I said out loud in the press box, oh man, when you first got because it was after 16 straight. But did you know that you were kind of ahead of everyone at that point?
I saw on the board after my first inning that I think I went 10 for 10 or something like that. And then I knew that I threw a ball, but I didn't know if that was the first one or not. Sometimes I black out there. Sure. So I was just kind of going through the ball and didn't think much of it.
Let's talk about what was working for you today. Because everything was moving fairly well in the zone and out the zone. You had some swings and misses.
Yeah, I think just about everything was working today. I was able to get the curveball for a strike, slider for a strike. I think the fastballs were huge for me today, getting him in the zone early. Velo was up today, so it's always nice when that happens because you can use him a little bit more.
Climb the strike zone. I think that's kind of where a lot of 3-2 counts were coming into play, but made pitches when we had to. Defense played great. Romo called a great game. Kind of felt like we were kind of settled in those third, fourth, fifth inning.
You guys have hit the halfway point, 43-38 in first place. How would you describe that overall? I mean, I would ask if you thought it was possible in February, but the answer is probably yes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are probably the least surprised about this. I mean, I think everybody else could be surprised. I mean, we've had the talent, we have the people in the locker room, and I think we have the people in the coaching staff and the sports staff. Like, we had everything we needed inside the building, and now I think we're just putting it all together. We're playing good baseball and just kind of, like I said, continue to do our work. And we're only halfway, still a lot of baseball to go, so continue to do what we need to do.
What contributions from like Jacob, first game winning RBI that he's ever had?
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing so far about our season, obviously we had the core going into this year, is just as soon as we get someone called up from AAA, there's an immediate impact. I mean, you have Ricky Nishida throwing guys out, you have Braden Montgomery hitting walk-offs, you have Gonzalez stepping in for Mune. Like, there's just so many guys that are just coming in and just doing their role, doing their job. And it's just a testament to where our organization is as a whole, where we're developing guys and just kind of the culture that we have, where we can come up, they can be themselves, and then go play the best of their ability.
What felt off, I guess? It was mechanical or just...
Yeah, just mechanical. Just mechanical. Just felt like I was kind of a little more left and right. Just kind of felt like that's why the misses were kind of hard in, hard away, hard in, hard away. So just some stuff to clean up and go back out there and get ready to go for Cleveland.
Do you feel like it's a sign of progress for you to, if you can feel off and still get through, 5 1/3 scoreless at this point in your game?
100%. I mean, I think, you go back to, 2 years ago, I think that outing goes a lot different. I think where we're at from a pitch standpoint, a pitch mix standpoint, just feel really comfortable about using pitches to get us back into zones in certain situations. Read swings, read what guys are trying to do, and just kind of adjust as fast as I can.
What did you see from Grant Taylor?
He's back. Like, he has a really good heater, and when guys have to respect his really good heater, then he can throw his really good curveball. I mean, it's just he can be one of the most dominant relievers in the league. I mean, he has the stuff for it. He has the mindset for it. He does everything right off the field. He's an incredible human being as well. So, I mean, I think he's finally settling into what he needs to do as a back-end guy with that, whatever mentality that is for him. He's still 24. He's still learning what he wants to do and how he wants to do it well. But, like, the stuff's there, the work ethic's there, the personality's there. He's nasty.
Yeah, I mean, that was really cool to be able to help us win the game. That was my first one ever. First ever walk-off hit, so that's pretty cool. And good. It was a good team win again.
Even in the minor leagues?
Yeah, in my whole life. I've never had a walk-off hit before. Really? I've had walk-off, groundouts or sac flies, but that was my first walk-off hit. So.
Is this better than the walk-off groundout?
Of course, yeah. I mean, they're both wins, but hits are always better.
Not even in Little League? Or...
Nope. I know. Just crazy.
When you hit it hard like that against a guy like Bobby White, do you think it's going through, or what goes through your mind?
Well, I didn't know he was playing there, so when I hit it, I'm like, oh, let's go. And then I saw him, like, ooh. And then, luckily, it snuck right under his glove, so.
While you're taking that at bat, you're looking across at the 5 guys across the infield. How do you kind of block that part of it out?
I mean, I wasn't trying to hit a ground ball. I was trying to hit the ball in the air. With 2 strikes, I was just trying to put something in play and make something happen, and luckily it was good.
What does it say about this team that last night you guys can slug and get 22 runs and win? Today, not really any slug at all. Have to hang in there, get 2 runs and still win.
Yeah, it just shows that our pitching staff is going to help us out when we need it, and there's going to be days where it's opposite, where they give up some runs and we're going to need to score some more, and we're going to score on those days too.
Did you kind of signal Chase to lead off a little bit from second? I don't
No,
know
the pitcher's low arm slot, so he was letting go of the ball right in Chase's uniform, so I needed him to move one way or the other because I couldn't see the first 2 pitches.
So that help, I guess?
Yeah, for sure.
Jacob, you guys are winning consistently, especially here at home. How much fun is this?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a fun group of guys, and we're all here trying to win and make a name for ourselves, so hopefully we keep it up.